welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, I am Alex, and today's video is going to be my to be read for February. So January was a wash for books, and I ended up reading a lot of personal development instead because there was a lot going on with my kiddo. So we will be scrapping the to be read from January, and I still will do a book recap, but it'll be a lot more personal development. This month it will not be. That is a goal. The second thing is we are in my car. I apologize, I have a lot going on. So I'm super duper excited about this. So I picked my prompts for my to be read jar, and I actually put all of these here. So before we begin, there are three. So I picked 8 books, and there are 3 that we did not use prompts for, and I'm going to explain the 3. The first one is I always read one personal development book a month, because that is something that I just do, and I genuinely love reading personal development books. So that's one. The second one is I always pick a nonfiction book that's been on my list. So for example, I have a lot of political, military-esque biographies, like The Third Gilmore Girl is on my list, like those sorts of things. So I always pick one. So that is why that's there. And then the second thing is that I found this reading challenge. Now, if you followed me last year on Instagram, you know that I did a reading across Europe, which actually really didn't happen the way I planned. But I decided to scrap that one because although I do love reading about Europe, I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere with it. So I decided that I'm going to pick a different continent and try to get through that one and then go back to Europe because I felt like there was just a lot. So I ended up picking Reading Challenge Across Asia. So I went to this list and I trying to fill in the countries, like kind of as if it's a map. So I didn't pick the bottom 2. I actually ended up picking Saudi Arabia because there was a really cool book that I wanted to read from there, which was and we'll talk about that. So then I ended up picking 5 prompts. So the first prompt that I picked was purple on the cover, and the only one with purple on the cover that I had in my Goodreads list, because I prefer to read on my Kindle, because I have it on my phone, I have it on my iPad, and I can take it with me when we're on the go. So when my son has OT, I sit and read, and I also do listen to audiobooks, and that tends to be what I do for my personal development books, is I listen to them on audio, so that way I can, because I have fiction I don't really like to listen to on audio because I just don't. So I tend to read on my Kindle for the fiction. And some of the nonfiction I don't always listen to because not everyone's voice is soothing for me when it comes to nonfiction. So I ended up choosing The X-Files because it had grapes on it. And that was the only book with purple that I had. The first book I saw on IG, so this one took a little bit of work because the first one that was on IG was Oxen Storm, which is part of a series which is on my to be read list, but because it's a series I won't start with it, so I had to go dig a little bit deeper, and I found the missing pieces from Amber's Coffee and Books Instagram where she talks about it, and it's got true crime and then the longest pages. So it ended up working out that because the longest pages book I have on there, I can actually start the series when it comes to Oxen Storm. So Fourth Wing is on my list. And this one was for Read Across Asia, and this is In the Land of Invisible Women, a female doctor's journey in Saudi kingdoms. That's on the list. So then the next prompt that I picked was read a book by an author you've never read, and that would be When in Rome, which is actually a series, but When in Rome was the first book. I've never read it, and it's been on my to be read list for a year. A book with one title. So if you know me, you know I love Pride and Prejudice, and this year I added the rest of Jane Austen's books to my to be read list because honestly I fell in love with Pride and Prejudice and I've never read the others. So Emma is the pick for the one-word title. And then this is the nonfiction pick for me, and it's Battle for the American Minds, Uprooting a Century of Miseducation by Pete Hegseth, so I'm super excited about that one, and Atomic Habits by James Clear is the personal development book. So those are the 8 books that I'm choosing to read in February, and I'm so excited, and I'll be able to share that with you guys and tell you guys how it goes, and I'm super duper excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. please give it a big thumbs up if you do. If you're not subscribed, please go to subscribe, really like my day, and I will see you all next time.